It's news time. Information is power. Be current. The news headline. Kanu'S lawyer laments being locked out of court, threatens to take case to international court. The lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and Bruce Fein on Wednesday lamented that they were locked out at the trial resumed at Federal High Court sitting in Abuja. Addressing journalists outside the court premises, the visibly infuriated lawyers said they have lost trust in the ability of the courts to deliver justice and would, therefore, take the case to an international court. I do not think we are going to continue with this court. Most likely, we are going to take it out from there, and by virtue of what transpired today, I think we still trust in the ability of the court to deliver justice in this case, one of the lawyers, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, stated. The fifth time that I was told I could not enter the courtroom, despite the court's previous order that Nnamdi Kanu could have access to any three persons he wanted to, another lawyer, Bruce Fein, lamented. It is clear 5 times that they are targeting me in particular, and that's the reason why the proceeding cannot transpire today. I'm here to tell Nigerians that I am taking this to the International Tribunal. It is clear that the Nigerian courts are compromised, Fein added. Following the refusal by the operatives of the Department of State Services (DSS) to allow some of them into the courtroom, some other lawyers who were within the court staged a walkout. Consequently, Justice Binta Nyako had adjourned the trial to January 19, 2022. As we know, the Kanu trial was actually postponed to November 10, 2021, and therefore it has been held again, where the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and also Bruce Fein, who happens to be the lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu abroad, had actually complained and lamented about how the court had actually denied most of the lawyers into the courtroom in Abuja, saying that it seems that they are actually afraid of Bruce Fein, and this is the 5th time that Bruce Fein would actually not be allowed into the courtroom, as he lamented also, saying that the Nigerian courts are compromised, and therefore he would be taking the case to the international international court, where they are going to trash out the whole matter, because Justice Binta Nyako had yet again adjourned the case to January 19, 2022. Of some, especially who managed to hold on to power, is to try to hold others down as if it is the way to achieve their own progress. It is a suffocating and frustrating scenario. Excellence is sacrificed on the altar of mediocrity. People are not promoted in the public sphere on the basis of what they know, but who they know or where they come from. Having said that, I have often read with utter amazement people who try to malign and paint those advocating for Biafra as evil or fraudsters. This is most unfortunate and is often informed on mere hate. The truth is that Biafra advocates are simply those fed up with the Nigerian system and, most importantly, the marginalization of the Igbo, real or perceived. It is therefore uncharitable to say that they are fraudulent. It is ridiculous that while most people will agree that Nigeria is not working, they will in another breath begin to cast aspersions on those who say they want out because the country is not working for them, which is basically what Biafra is about. Here is probably the only place in the world where people call white black and black white because they can't bear to admit the truth. Another unfortunate falsehood is the idea that Igbo wants Biafra so that they will dominate other groups that fall within the area that once constituted Biafra. This is another mischievous attempt to paint the Igbo in bad light. While some of those who advocate for Biafra have continued to draw their map to include former Eastern region, some of us continue to insist that should there be Biafra, it ought to be an exclusively Igbo affair, and in any case, those who often make the hate-informed arguments about Igbo wanting to annex other groups ignore the fact that there are also people in those groups who are asking for Biafra. And at the same time, they ignore the fact that even the Biafra advocates who draw this wide map have often insisted that everyone reserved the right to opt in or opt out. In the final analysis, my point is that while all of us may not agree that Biafra is the solution, it is hypocrisy to pretend not to understand the point those who argue for Biafra are making. You read all manner of hate comments about the Igbo and people who call for Biafra, and you wonder where such is coming from. To summarize, if you ask me to choose between Biafra and the status quo in Nigeria, I would not hesitate to choose the former, because Nigeria, as it poses serious threats to my very existence and the continued survival of my people and their way of life. But of course, I sincerely believe that restructuring, or what we have come to know as true federalism, would be the best for everyone. It will give everyone space to exist in their own environment and reduce the raw hate we encounter daily in our social discourse, and of course, put in check what appears to be an agenda by some to overrun and dominate the others. And this is an expression of the thoughts by a writer, published analyst through the GhanaWeb.com, trying to justify if the Biafra nation has been agitated for by the southeastern region, is actually the best solution for the happenings in the country, where the writer is of the opinion that if the question is actually posed to him, about if Nigeria the existence of Nigeria or Biafra, that which one would he choose, that he would actually go, of course, for Biafra, because Nigeria practically in all totality is not working for anyone. But the writer says that there is a belief that a very good belief that restructuring and true federalism is better than even Biafra. The agitation for a Biafra, saying that the competition, as in terms in Nigeria now, is in terms of some ethnic group, versus the other ethnic group, and especially the religious aspect of it, that is the Christianity versus the Islam. And this is ultimately because they are trying to manage those who hold on to power so that they can try to achieve their own progress as well. And this is why excellence is sacrificed on the altar of mediocrity. People are not promoted in the public sphere on the basis of what they know, but who they know or where they come from. And that is why this writer is of the opinion that he would rather be an advocate of restructuring as a middle ground of sorts, because this is the only way that the country can survive, especially all ethnic groups can survive at the moment, with a measure of autonomy by each region to whatever resources they have, and they pay tax to the central government, saying that it is suffocating and a frustrating scenario here in Nigeria, because the truth is that Biafra advocates are simply those fed up with the Nigerian system, and most importantly, the marginalization that these people have been made to perceive. And it is therefore uncharitable to say that they are fraudulent, because it is not possible for people to combine together to work out a country, and some people bench on that to extort these owners of the country, all in the name of being together as one so as to achieve a common goal. The writer has also said that those that are saying that the Igbo wants Biafra so that they can dominate other groups that fall within the area that they once constituted Biafra, that all these things are mischievous attempts to paint